Alright, well, let's go back into the Animus, and I think we're gonna start chapter 6 or sequence 6 once we get there. I think sequence 6 is when the actual open world stuff starts. So I think we'll go in there and maybe I'll take a break before we go into chapter 6. There's also emails. Received messages mission replay? Modern Tower? Oh, I can replay these missions up here in the real world. Messages! What on earth is all of this nonsense? Are you kidding me? Oh, are they in chronological order? Oh, good. Oldest first. First in, first out. Rebecca Crane patch notes. Hey yo. Hey he yo. Had a little bit of downtime while you were gone, so I figured I'd do what I could to upgrade the operating system. It's not very good. The parkour heuristics need to be improved. It's actually been ready for a little while now, but with the Animus in safe mode, I wasn't about to try an installation. Things I did, actually it should be we, since I left, had a few people in the other cells chip in. Modifications to the targeting system, you should be able to move in and out of combat more easily. Kind of? Except it's just... No, yeah, but it's less well defined. Like, you can you can move out of combat more easily. But it's also less well defined in the sense that people can just kind of rush up and hit you when you think you're parkouring and not fighting. Free running improvements, you're less likely to jump at the wrong time in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's not the case. That is not the case. I mean, as you have seen when we try to pick up the pages of the almanac, it still happens quite a lot. It still happens quite a lot. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the old system, and maybe it's just that I'm not used to the new system, and so I think I'm running in the right direction when I'm not actually. It could be just that. But whatever it is, it's not really working out as much as I would like. Only one input for interacting with the world. No more choosing between parts of your ancestor's body. That's terrible. That's terrible. So many times I've pressed the wrong button, or you press E to open a door, or you press E to let go of a ledge, or you press E to pick up a weapon, and it's always the same button. And so if you're just looking in the wrong direction, instead of looting a guy, you open a door. That's actually bad. That's actually a bad thing. Like, there's so many times when I just kind of press the wrong thing, or just looked in the wrong direction when I'm doing something, and it doesn't work. You can assassinate while moving now. Definitely try it out ASAP. You can pick up weapons on the go as well. Okay, you can pick up weapons while you're moving, and you can assassinate while you're moving. Again, it's... Maybe I just need to get used to it. But again, it feels like there's less clarity in what you're doing. Like if you're just kind of running and you press a button, you just kind of start jumping off to the side and stabbing people. Maybe it's just that we're not used to it. But I feel like there's less clarity and less separation between the different things that you can do. We implemented a weather system. Rain, snow, and wind, it's all there. That's pretty cool. Animals. I've been killing a lot of animals. Faster fast travel. Just open your map and you can instantly travel to any unlocked fast travel station. Wow. I didn't know about that. Is that good though? I want to run around though. Revamp the map. It now provides lots of additional information and you've got more control over what it shows. Okay. There's a ton of other stuff, but your dad is yelling at me to get back to work. Alright, so there's a few new things, and they tell you here, not in the game, but they actually tell you, in an email. Sean Hastings database. First of all, welcome back. It's good to see you fully recovered. Can't imagine what it was like for you trapped in there. If you want to chat about it, you just let me know. You'll find the database essentially unchanged aside from a few cosmetic upgrades. As before, you'll receive the notification when I've added a new entry. I'll also let you know if any of the entries are updated, as is often the case when you're dealing with these conspiratorial ancestors of yours, alright? William Miles, the mission. I know it's easy to get distracted while inside the Animus, but I'm hoping everyone can stay focused here. We need to find that key as soon as possible. That means no running around killing beavers for 4 hours at a time. Also, do not go exploring the temple without first clearing it with me. And carry your headsets with you at all times. Can't afford to lose anyone because curiosity got the better of them. We are short-handed as it is. Too late. Sean Hastings, balls. We've got a visitor down here. It's Juno. She's been appearing every now and then. Sorts of flits through the air. Reminds us to guard you well and find the key. Blah blah. And then poof, disappears. So apparently Juno is just there talking to them the whole time. At first we thought it was just another holographic recording, but then your father called her some rather choice words and she glared at him. Swiveled those eyes in his direction and frowned. Creeped me out. I don't know if she's reaching out to us from the past, but some part of her is actually still conscious. Or if some part of her is actually still conscious. Or if maybe she's inside the apple like some evil genie. Whatever it is gives me the creeps. On that note, happy Halloween. Awesome. So Juno is actually responding to them. That's awesome. Sean Hatham's amulet. Though I suppose Hatham's amulet is technically a piece of Eden, it's not particularly exciting. It functions as a key, and well, that's about it. I know we're all used to these things being incredibly powerful, and that's rather dangerous, but this one is neither. It is weird, I'm disappointed. That said, it's still critical to our mission, so I suppose that counts for something. It's a key. It probably fits into another piece to make that piece more powerful. Sad face, sad face, sad face. Good Lord, Rebecca, with all the fixes and updates and improvements you supposedly put into this recent software revision, one would think you would have had the decency to include a British English dictionary in the spell checker. Some of us prefer to use proper language when corresponding. The database keeps trying to replace the letter S with Z in certain words, and it's declared war on the letter U as well. Realize becomes realize, and color becomes color. Wrong, wrong, wrong. It's all rather ethnocentric if you ask me. Also quite against the principles of the Assassin Brotherhood, last I checked. And here I thought we were meant to be an all-inclusive bunch. Yeah, well, you didn't include the whatever it is in Roki or whatever Native American language that Connor was speaking when he was a kid. Email fix, just a heads up, replying to emails chains will no longer return multiple instances of the word regarding. Should cut down on subject length considerably. Are you sure about that? He's trolling. Very funny, Sean. Wait, what? No, don't do that. Miles. Whoa! Why does that? Alright, well, you can't click on the emails, you have to use the keyboard. Focus, please. So far, so good. Hey, Desmond, you see from the date of this email, you've been in the Animus for a few days now. But don't worry, I've been staying on top of your vitals, not even a blip. So it looks like extending the sessions won't be a problem. Whatever happened between you and 16 seems to have increased your tolerance. The Animus keeps you in a resting state, which takes care of fatigue, and your memories are vivid enough we're actually seeing micro-movement in your muscles, which means no atrophy issues either. So we'll be bringing you out for breaks just to stay on the safe side. Okay. I'm merging with the Animus. Not sure that's a good thing. Also, days are passing. Aren't we getting closer to the time when the sun is supposed to explode? Rebecca says, Sean is really getting on my nerves. You'd think with everything that's going on, the guy would stop being such a douche. Maybe he thinks it's funny, or maybe it's part of his snarky British charm. Or maybe it's how he deals with the stress. Whatever it is, it's getting old real fast. We've got enough to worry about, at the end of the world and everything. You'd think he'd show a little restraint or maturity or something. Sorry, not like you need to hear me venting. You've got enough on your plate. Okay. Blah blah blah. Venting. Why are you venting to me about Sean? Desmond Miles disappointed. In case you haven't noticed, we're knee-deep in the shit here. I understand this might not be your idea of a good time. It isn't anyone's idea of a good time. Picking fights isn't going to get our work finished any faster, so I just suggest you stick to the mission. The sooner we are through the door, the sooner we can get back to our lives, or in your case, the lack of one, Dad. Wait a minute. Where's that from? November the 8th? Alright, crappy emails. William is not the most diplomatic man, I'll give you that, but he cares about you very much. When you were under during that whole bit with 16, he never left your side. Even slept in the same room when we put down for the night. Anyway, don't mean to be a busybody, just didn't want you to stay sore with him. Not too sore anyway. The man means well, even if he's got an odd way of showing it. I still owe him a punch in the face. New database entries, just a quick heads up that I've pushed in a new batch of entries focused on the... I'm not pronouncing that. In order to ensure accuracy, I actually turned to a friend on the outside. Don't worry, he thinks it's for a presentation, so we're in no danger of being discovered. You'll notice a new section under the database labeled Surprise Surprised. I'm not going to pronounce that. It has information on their political and social structures as well as some notes about their material culture. Connor's piece of Eden. Interesting, the sphere used by Connor during his spirit journey is clearly first civilization in origin. It appears to function as some sort of temporal calculator. It's essentially a crystal ball, but one that actually works. This can't be coincidental, which begs the question, are there others out there? Possibly. $, bracket, hash, star, percentage, $, hash, ads, bracket, percentage, bracket, percentage. Alright, well, hello. After a while, they managed to say hello. 00100, or 01 connected. To Desmond Miles, it works. I should hardly be surprised. Electrical impulses move from one pathway to another. You call them networks. Our word for them was more akin to road. It is yet difficult to project a thought from one medium to another, and yet it works, it works, it works, it works. Okay, good. Hatham's Blades. I've been doing some digging on Hatham's Blades, still not 100% sure where they came from. My initial instinct was he started out as an assassin. I believe his father was one, in fact. But it appears he was a Templar from pretty early on. Maybe he took them from someone. It's happened before, and they're quite handy. I'm surprised more Templars haven't put them to use. Pretty easy to build a pair if you know what you're doing. Alright, improvements. I've found a way to better control the impulses, to formulate a thought and transmit it. To add a sense of structure, a sense of order. You fear order. Your kind, the gentle hand, tends the flock. It is a kindness, not a cruelty. I wonder, will you ever understand? Your enemies do in their own way, but they share your base heritage. Their concept is flawed. They are not worthy. You have all proved unworthy of our gifts. Oh, is that Juno? Is that Juno? You fear order, your kind. The gentle hand tends the flock. Until they need mutton, and then they just, butcher the sheep for meat. Juno, looks like Juno's really taking a shine to you. I suggest you don't engage her. There isn't time to go down that rabbit hole. It's sure to prove a badger's den. Besides, this whole experience is, actually. That final door, salvation, was it? But for us, who knows? Here we sit working towards something we know next to nothing about. But it's our only chance, so there's that, I suppose. Forward, leave... leave him alone. You should not meddle in affairs that do not concern you. Sean Hastings. All these Juno visits and emails too, apparently, have got me thinking, what happened to Tinia and Minerva? They're the ones who invited us to this little apocalypse party, and now they've gone and buggered off. A little inconvenient, not to mention rude. I'll try to poke around later, see if there's not some sign of what happened to them. Well, Juno thinks you're stupid. If you remember the last game, Juno keeps telling you how stupid you are. Let's go back inside.
I just want to be alone right now.
No, I want to... Look, it's this again. Press any button. I want to get inside here, not talk to you.
Good luck, Desmond.
These are troubled times. The already uneasy alliance between the Crown and its subjects frays. And behind them both the Templars plot, pulling strings and moving pieces. History dictates they seek order through control. But how will they affect it here? Who supports them? And what conspiracies have they already spun?
Connor!
All these
Spare
things
a
I must
moment.
determine. Of course, for only by knowing
Have
my
a look.
enemy can I hope to stop them. What is it?
Xingbao, or rope dart if you prefer. One of the many plans given to us by Xiao Yun to...
Sorry.
We'll have to work on this.
Yeah, good job, bro.
Ganondogo,
Yes, my friend.
what brings you here? Is the village all right?
For now,
What do you mean? What has happened?
men came, claiming we had to leave. They said that the land was being sold, and that the Confederacy had consented. We sent an envoy, but they would not listen.
You must refuse!
We cannot oppose the Sachem, but you're right as well. We cannot give up our home.
Do you have a name? Do you know who is responsible?
He is called William Johnson,
Where is Johnson now?
in Boston, making preparations for the sale.
Sale! This is theft!
Connor, take care. These men are powerful.
What would you have me do? I made a promise to my people.
If you insist upon this course of action, seek out Sam Adams in Boston. He'll be able to help.
We just took his axe? Or not?
What have you done?
When my people go to war, a hatchet is buried into a post to signify its start. When the threat is ended, the hatchet is removed.
You could have used a tree.
No, that would hurt the tree. What are you talking about? Alright, so... new weapons available in shops. So I believe now we have some sort of free world roaming kind of shenanigans. So we're finally fully grown. Connor is a dude with an assassin outfit. And we can do a lot of stuff now, I think. So I think now would be a good time to start running around and doing things. Oh, I can't zoom into the frontier. Alright, well. So I might do that. There's Boston there. I might just run around a lot. I don't know if I should record any of this. I guess I'll record the quests and the missions and the side missions. I might just spend a lot of time hunting animals because I can. How do I zoom in? Oh, like that. Can I do the same here? Can I like do that and just... So, oh, I can do that too. Alright. Homestead, Frontier, Fast Travel. Alright, so I'm gonna take a break. When we come back, I think we're just gonna do a whole lot of side missions. And just run around and kill raccoons because we can do that. Alright, I'll see you guys later.